It's looking like the OTC is going to have to yeet. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Count coming at you. And before I get into this video, please remember to like the video and subscribe. It helps the channel out in more ways than you even know. Plus, it's free. So tonight's episode opened up with Jimmy Uso explaining how he was on the shelf the past 6 months because of the beatdown that was laid upon him by his brother, Solo Sikoa, in this new bloodline. We see Roman Reigns make his appearance on Smackdown, which is going to be a regular occurrence for the next several weeks leading up to Survivor Series. We see him come out, tell everybody to actually acknowledge Jimmy and refer to him as Big Jim, which made me laugh and giggle. One of the things that makes Roman Reigns so great is his ability to make the perfect facial expressions at the perfect time. The guy has perfect timing when it comes to those type of things. And coming off of Bad Blood, where The Rock made his presence felt, we have a lot of unanswered questions and a lot of different directions that we can go with this story right now. We see in this promo between these two talking about how Jimmy Uso said that he is the only one who acknowledges Roman Reigns as the tribal chief right now, and how they've lost everything and how they aren't the ones. You see Roman Reigns, being really boisterous and talking about how, he is a tribal chief. They are still the ones. They are still the top dogs in the company. And you have Jimmy Uso giving him a little pushback on that. Because at this moment, Roman doesn't have the championship. He doesn't have the Ula follow. And it's just those two. There is nobody else other than those two in this current iteration of this bloodline that they're trying to build up. And we see Jimmy Uso bring that to Roman Reigns' attention, and he's telling him that they need backup, and he knows one guy. And you see Roman Reigns give him this death stare, and all he says is no yeet. And we see the segment play out. We see the new bloodline interrupt them. We have all of that going on. And one of the things that I find very interesting and the direction that they're going to go in. If you saw previously in previous years, we see a lot of times where there's not a lot of long-term storyline building to where it's like 1 minute this wrestler is cool with somebody, a few months pass by, and then all of a sudden they're cool again with no explanation as to why, or very little explanation as to why they're cool. And I like the fact that they're going back to the callback that Jey Uso turned his back on that bloodline. He kicked Roman Reigns in the face with the super kick, and they left him. I like the fact that they're not just going to automatically say, hey, you're a good guy, I'm a good guy, so we have to forgive each other and go back together. I like the fact that it's like, nah, like a normal human being would. There needs to be some type of mending of the fences, or there needs to be some type of hard feelings, because naturally as human beings, that's how we are. And we see the main event. We have Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa. We have Jimmy Uso take the L. We see the new bloodline do a beatdown on Jimmy Uso. We see Roman Reigns help him. And we see Roman Reigns get laid out by Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa and the Gorillas of Destiny. And you see Jimmy Uso give Roman Reigns this look saying, we need help. We need Jay. And that was the perfect ending of this episode of SmackDown. Having all these lingering questions still floating into the air. We don't know what The Rock is going to play into this. I don't know if you guys have seen this earlier today, but what is being going around floated on the internet is that The Rock will not be appearing at WrestleMania because of his hectic schedule. Now, for me, that is very hard for me to even imagine. This is a point that I'm going to steal from my boy Robin Lundberg that makes a ton of sense. He talks about how we need to remember that The Rock is not just a normal employee anymore. This isn't one of those things where The Rock is just going to go hi and bye. I'm The Rock. I'm going to be here for that. I'm going to come when I feel like it. The Rock is a member of the board. So the better that WWE does, the better it is for The Rock as an individual. So I can't imagine that their biggest event of the year, especially with it being 2 nights, that he's not going to be able to make an appearance. I don't know what film that he has going on right now that is so hectic to where he wouldn't be able to make that. Maybe it's Moana 2. I'm not 100% sure. But I can't imagine a scenario where The Rock doesn't make an appearance. Maybe he doesn't wrestle, which even then that's hard for me to fathom that he wouldn't be wrestling. But I can't see any scenario where the guy isn't appearing whatsoever. But let me know in the comment section. Let me know how you guys felt about this episode of SmackDown. Are you happy of the direction that they're going in? Do you think that Jay will reunite with Roman Reigns and his brother Jimmy? What do you think is going on? How do you think this is going to play out? Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it helps it in more ways than you even know. I am Kevin Zwicker. I'm out.